But
Yes.
we have tried to update and upgrade and show our guests that we're pouring money back into the business, and it helps them understand that we're in this for the long haul. The Jacksons, although they passed away, both of them in 2010, we lost both of them, but their plan of succession started very early on to make sure that we could continue this business long after they weren't here anymore. And their daughters are continuing that trend, and fortunately, this is the business we want to be in, and it's successful enough that we plan to be here for a long, long time doing exactly what we're doing.
I suspect the spirit of Nelson and Mary Emily, or Mary Emily and Nelson, truly pervades still all 310 acres on a daily basis.
Greg, it really does. You know, they were such wonderful people and had a huge impact on all of us here as well as everybody in the community. And it was a true sense of family that they exhibited, and the giving back to the people and providing great customer service. And it's what we try to do and follow the example that they set so well years and years ago. And we miss them tremendously, but you're right, they'll never be gone completely because of the great legacy they've left here.
Yes. Speaking of family, you don't oftentimes think of competitors as family, but there is a good family of some level of rivalry, albeit the Campground Owners Association. I think there's been some good sharing of resources at times and helping to promote the industry as a whole along the Grand Strand.
You're absolutely right, Greg. We do work together as an association, and there's 5 family campgrounds that are oceanfront and then one that's not oceanfront, and the 6 of us work together to promote Myrtle Beach as a camping destination, and have done some co-op advertising. We attend some travel shows and place some ads and show what a truly great place the Grand Strand is to come and camp, because you know, not any of the campgrounds could handle all of the guests if they wanted to come. So we do work together and try to get new campers here, and there's enough business to go around for all of us. And each one of us is different in our own way and have something different to offer. And we feel like if we can get a new guest to the Grand Strand, they'll find the campground that best suits them, whether it's the largest one, the smallest one, oceanfront, not oceanfront. And so it's a very good competitive spirit in which we work together to promote the Grand Strand as a camping destination.
Yes, Lance, we've just got a couple of minutes. If a viewer was coming, if they hadn't been here for many years, let's say 10 years or so, or maybe 20 years, if they'd never even been to the facility at all, when they come on down, they're coming down 544, they would either dead end at 544, essentially dead end right here
our main gate,
at Ocean Lakes, the family campground. What is someone going to see? Is there just a kind of a bird's eye view? Could you give viewers a sense of what they'd see if they were coming here to camp for the first time?
Yeah, one of the things, Greg, that sets us apart is we are a family campground. We have that in our name, but we're really much more than that. We've got so many different opportunities to offer the guest, and people, again, that come and stay in the beach houses, rentals, versus, you know, other areas here along the Grand Strand. A lot of opportunities for people to have recreation activities, events. We've got special events year-round here on the campground. And then, you know, the beach houses. A lot of people say, you know, the first thing I noticed when I came in is you got all these permanent beach houses. You know, I thought I was coming into a campground, and it's neat that there's such a mix of opportunities. So we're a very large operation and much more than the family campground, even though we've kept that in our name. And so we're proud that we're able to provide so many different opportunities for so many different people.
Yes. The Jackson Companies goes beyond Ocean Lakes Family Campground. You're all obviously up 544. There's more developments. I believe Prestwick was one, right?
Prestwick Country Club, Crystal Lake Mobile Home Village, Saybrook is our new mixed-use development that's starting out with commercial right now, and eventually we'll have residential. So there's a lot of land that was in Mrs. Jackson's family that now the Jackson Companies owns and operates, and will continue to develop over time as it's appropriate.
You highlighted that the 5 daughters and assumably their children, the Jackson Companies, will be around for a long time.
Yes, sir, absolutely. We've got, obviously, Ocean Lakes is the largest company that we have, but there's a lot going on and a lot that will continue to happen on the south end here, again, with the undeveloped acres that belong to the family, and the company will continue to work hard to develop. And you'll continue to see the Jackson family name and the Jackson Company's name for a long, long time, doing what we do best.
Oh, yeah. Lance, you know, as you think yourself, and of course having gone into this as a career and having determined that, is this something you thought about at an early age? Had you had just you yourself, you know, you're 26 years here and having actually done graduate work, was that something you thought about in college? Was that something you thought about as a teenager?
Yeah, I knew I wanted to do something sports or recreation related. I shied away from physical education as a major because I didn't really want to coach and teach, but I knew I wanted to do something revolving around sports and recreation. So with Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Management, I did an internship with the County Parks and Recreation Department, and I thought the County Parks and Recreation Director had the ideal job, perfect mix of business and recreation, until I got here and then realized the perfect jobs are right here at Ocean Lakes,
Right.
with even more perfect mix of business and recreation. So it is something that I wanted to do that mixed the two together and to stay around the recreation field. And I was just very fortunate to be able to have landed with the Jackson family and the Jackson companies and Ocean Lakes Family Campground 26 years ago when I did.
That is incredible.
It's worked out really well.
Yeah, as you think about it, of course, it'd be difficult to imagine doing anything else, I guess, having been here this long, Lance, but...
It certainly would. I tell people, I'm 50 years old, I'm still trying to decide what I want to be when I grow up. But, this is such a great place to be, and we've got such great camaraderie throughout the entire organization. All the teammates work together and really enjoy coming to work. We're so fortunate that we're in a business that the interaction with our guests is so positive as a general rule, and people really like coming to work here, and it shows up in their performance.
Yes.
People really like dealing with the guests and doing what we're doing, and it makes our job very easy to make our guests happy, and so we're very fortunate in that regard.
That is tremendous. Well, the Jackson companies and Ocean Lakes, maybe kicking that off, have really had their hand in the community, been involved. It seems like over the years interviewing you, Lance, an original role as the chairman of the Sun Fun Festival.
Right.
Maybe that was the 52nd, 50th. I mean, it was 6-7 years ago.
Right.
And then in your activities with the March of Dimes, a Ride for Babies, your activities with the Heart Association, seems like the Jackson companies in general really have their hands in the community. The Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce.
Absolutely. Mr. and Ms. Jackson set such a great example years ago about understanding the importance of giving back to the community, and they have instilled that throughout our organization, and from our executive team on down through our management team, and then the general population of our teammates. We've got so many people that are involved in so many different things throughout the community, and it's something we're very proud of, and it's something that we do give an awful lot, but we get an awful lot out of that as well, and there's a huge payback, and we see the advantages of the benefits of giving back to the community. It's something that the company does promote and not only supports, but kind of expects everybody to get involved and do what we can to make not only Ocean Lakes a better place, but make the Grand Strand a better place for all of our guests and visitors.
That's tremendous, Lance. Is there anything in particular that you miss most about not having Nelson and Mary Emily around on a daily basis?
I was telling somebody yesterday that the sense of humor of Mrs. Jackson was just phenomenal. She would say some of the funniest things at times that you wouldn't expect her to say them, with a twinkle in her eye, and she was just a wonderful lady. And then he was just so outgoing and gregarious and loved people, loved sharing experiences with people, was a great storyteller, and both of them were just such a pleasure to be around that, we're going to miss them tremendously, but we're so fortunate that the legacy they left here will enable us to continue that on and help provide the memory for them and the rest of their family for a long, long time.
That's tremendous, Lance. Sorry, we've run out of time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so
Appreciate
much.
you being here.
Absolutely.
Always a pleasure.
Stay tuned to a little more All-American People with Lance Thompson coming up next. Fortunately, we caught it before we got started, and Lance was a little gentler about it when I called him golf carts and he said golf cars. I reflect back 5-6 years ago interviewing Nelson Jackson. He wasn't gentle about it. When I referred to Ocean Lake staff as employees, he almost stopped the interview, highlighting teammates. And he almost stopped it. He was vociferous about it because it meant that much to him. In a family environment where we're serving guests and not customers, we're going to refer to all the folks we work with on a daily basis as teammates. It came out about 15 years ago, but it's something that's been embraced here at Ocean Lakes Family Campground every day. And you think back 40 years ago in the big celebration that's occurring all year long, when they were at 30 campsites and 1 bathhouse, to now 900 campsites and 2,600 annual lease sites. Think about that. You can learn more about the amazing founding of Ocean Lakes Family Campground at oceanlakes.com and meet a heck of a lot of those tremendous teammates like Lance Thompson. Thanks so much for being with us. Absolutely. Yes, very exciting.